Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay.
It is the story and video grabbing national headlines. A 14-year-old boy with autism detained by a Buckeye police officer who mistook him for a drug user.
So how can officers do better? The Buckeye Police Department says they have an idea.
Yeah, but the boy's family talked to ABC 15 investigator Dave Biskobing, and they say that idea is nothing short of disgusting.
Were you stimming?
Yeah.
Danielle Leibel says her son Connor is still shaken by what happened almost 2 months ago. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay.
It was excruciating, honestly. I've never heard my son make that kind of scream before.
She says she's just as startled by what Buckeye PD said they were setting up in a press conference about what happened. A voluntary registry for people with disabilities.
We will have that information on that person, maybe a photo, what kind of triggers they may have. We've talked about maybe wearing different bracelets for autism, somebody with bipolar, and different types of disabilities.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's disgusting that you'd want to label someone with a disability with a special mark so they don't have to live in fear from being hurt by the police.
Since we broke this story, we've received many messages from family members of people with autism from across the country. In this open letter sent to us from a father of a 19-year-old man with autism who also lives in Buckeye, he didn't mince words about his thoughts. Forgive me, but doesn't this sound a little like the Holocaust started in Europe? Isn't it the responsibility of the police department to be trained in the diversity of the citizens that they serve? Here's how Buckeye PD says it would work.
So when an officer is patrolling or they run somebody's name within our database, it'll show what their disability may be.
But Danielle doesn't understand how that would help, since in her son's case, the officer didn't know who he was dealing with before he got out of his truck.
If my son was on a registry, how would that have changed this situation at all? How would that have kept him safe in this situation?
You don't think that would have changed a single thing in this circumstance?
Absolutely not.
So Dave Biskobing on that story tonight. The boy's family wants to make one thing very clear. They are not anti-police. They just want better training for officers. Coming up tonight at 6, Dave will share a lot more of their interview, and you will actually hear directly from Connor himself.